Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 126. Welcome again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin with me, Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, the commercial finance experts. In this bulletin, a look at new developments in the alternative finance world, how business owners view access to finance and the issues they face, a new fund from Barclays Bank for business owners in Scotland, and a chat with Max Woodman from Catalyst Finance looking at selective invoice discounting. Let's start this week's bulletin by taking a look at the latest development in the crowdfunding space with news from Ratesetter that they're now formally launching small business loans. Now, up until recently, Ratesetter was established a number of years ago, has very much been focused on providing loans to individuals. They've got a total of £1.3 million that has been issued, and they've got about 39,000 private investors on their platform who invest in loans given out to individuals. Now, recently, Ratesetter did announce that they were going to start lending to small businesses, and they started a pilot. And so far, they've lent up to a total of £250 million. Not bad for a pilot. Well, they're now ready to formally launch it and have made the announcement of a number of senior hires within the business, and also the appointment of a number of business development managers across the UK. So how does their product work? Well, they'll do loans starting at £25,000 up to a maximum of £1 million. The loan term, anything from 3 months up to 5 years. Fixed interest rate, they promise decisions within 48 hours, and the loan should be drawn down within 2 weeks. So a very quick and efficient service there. So if you think that you'd want to take advantage of Ratesetter's new product, all you have to do is go along to their website, which is Ratesetter, that's ratesetter.com, or alternatively, just drop us a line, info@businessloanservices.co.uk, and we'll happily take you through the process. So great service from Ratesetter, and well done to that team. Staying with alternative finance, a new survey out from Close Brothers as part of its quarterly Business Barometer series reveals that many business owners think alternative finance would be of use to them. Now, alternative finance is asset finance, invoice discounting, and also crowdfunding. So of those businesses surveyed, 69% of them believe that they could make use of alternative finance in order to help finance their growth plans. When looking at the barriers to accessing finance, 19% of them believed that there was too much red tape from the banks in order to get the loans. Also, 14% of them said they felt they didn't have the necessary security in order to back up their loans. Now, of course, when it comes to alternative finance, very few of them require hard security. Most of them will rely on the underlying asset that's being purchased, or directors' guarantees if you're borrowing via a limited company. So much more flexibility when it comes to using alternative finance. Looking at the market generally, 22% of business owners though feel that they just don't understand the options available and they don't know where to go. Well, the message there, of course, is do your research. Don't just default to your own bank. Climb onto the internet, have a look around to see what's there. Or, of course, you can use commercial finance brokers like ourselves here at Business Loan Services, or somebody in your local area. Just don't default to your bank. Do your research. There are plenty alternative finance options out there for you. Moving away from alternative finance back to more traditional sources, with news that Barclays Bank says it wants to provide more support to small businesses in Scotland. Barclays have said it's currently providing a lot of support to larger businesses, but feels it probably could do more for small businesses in Scotland. So to help achieve their aim of doubling the amount of finance they're giving to small businesses, Barclays has announced the creation of a new fund totaling £500 million, as I said, focused purely on businesses in Scotland. So if you are a small business there and you want to know how Barclays can help you, just go along to their website or pop into your local Barclays branch. When it comes to growing a business, we know that cash flow is so important, and when you've got money tied up in your debtors, it can hamper your growth plans. Now, we know one solution for that is invoice discounting. But the problem is that typically invoice discounters want to grab the whole of your debtor portfolio. So over the last couple of years, there's been an increasing interest in selective invoice discounting. As the name suggests, you literally select one invoice when you need cash at a particular time and discount that one invoice. Well, one such provider of this service is Catalyst Finance, and I had the opportunity to catch up with one of their representatives, Max Woodman, and so I asked Max a little bit more about how selective invoice discounting works and also about how Catalyst can help you.
Woodman from Catalyst Finance. Catalyst Finance is a specialist provider of working capital finance to help small and medium-sized businesses make the most of the commercial opportunities which are presented to them. We help businesses where they've perhaps got a number of invoices outstanding but need to be selective about which invoices that they have funding against. We do it all on a very flexible agreement, that they're not locked into a long-term contract and they can use us as much or as little as they want. We're all designed to make it easy to set up a facility with no setup fees, no exit fees and no hidden charges. It means this is a really friendly way of funding your business and funding the growth and funding different projects your business have.
So how do we find out more about you, what you do, Max?
Either you can contact us via our website, which is www.catalyst-finance.com, or if you visit Business Loan Services, they'll help you and point you in the right direction.
Thank you, Max. Cheers. Well, there we are. If you want to know more about Catalyst Finance, as Max said, just pop along to their website. And thank you very much, Max, for the plug at the end there. Much appreciated. So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for being with me. And as ever, if you did enjoy the bulletin, please give it a like and a share. Don't forget, there is a podcast version if you're watching on YouTube. Just go along to iTunes, SoundCloud and Stitcher and search for Business Finance Bulletin. And if you are listening on the podcast version, of course, you can watch this episode and also past episodes on my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Rob Warlow. So that's it for this week. Thanks very much for being with me. Look forward to being with you again next week. Bye-bye now.